Adventures of Ben. What we're going to be covering today in episode 2 is some definitions and some preliminary stuff that needs to be dealt with on my journey of the 4-hour work week. Now, first thing we're going to deal with is an acronym that Tim uses throughout the book just to get things going. Basically, it's the summary of the entire book in 4 sections, and it's DEAL, or DEAL. Now, D stands for definition. I'm going to read this out, maybe give my opinion on some of this. So, for definition, turns misguided common sense upside down and introduces the rules and objectives of a new game. It replaces self-defeating assumptions and explains concepts such as relative wealth and eustress. Who are the new rich and how do they operate? The section explains the overall lifestyle design recipe, the fundamentals before we add the 3 ingredients. Now, Tim actually covers a very good point. There is a lot of misguided common sense out there, if you want to call it common sense. I think it's common misguiding. At any rate, as you go through the book, you start to realize some of it and how even yourself has fallen into it. So, E is for elimination. It kills the obsolete notion of time management once and for all. It shows exactly how I use the words of an often forgotten Italian economist and turns a 12-hour day into a 2-hour day in 48 hours. Now, this I'm interested in. I'd love to actually get through some of this stuff and be able to do it in 2 hours. Now, increase your per hour results 10 times or more with counterintuitive, new, rich techniques for cultivating selective ignorance, developing a low information diet, and otherwise ignoring the unimportant. This section provides the first of 3 luxury lifestyle design ingredients: time. Now, this one is huge for me because I'm ADD to start with. Now, the problem with that is that I love looking at RSS feeds and my email, and I'm constantly checking them, and they eat up a ton of my time, and I'm fully aware of this, and it'll be kind of interesting to see what kind of tech withdrawal that I actually go through when we go through this section of the book. Now, A for automation. Now, it puts cash flow on autopilot using geographic arbitrage, outsourcing, and rules of non-decision. Now, I'm not sure if I said arbitrage right, but we'll live with that. From bracketing to routines of ultra-successful new rich, it's all here. The section provides the second ingredient of luxury lifestyle design: income. Now, like everybody else, I'd love to get income, and being able to automate the income would be brilliant. So let's see what we can do with that. I'll be coming up with some different approaches, and anybody has anything to say about anything on any of my podcasts, please leave it in the comments at adventuresofben.com underneath the video that you're commenting on. So, and L finally is for liberation. It's the mobile manifesto for the globally inclined. The concept of mini retirements is introduced as a means of flawless remote control and escaping the boss. Liberation is not about cheap travel, it's about forever breaking the bounds that confine you to a single location. This section delivers the third and final ingredient for luxury lifestyle design: mobility. This one I like, but not as much as everyone else. I travel quite a bit for my work, so the travel is not as important to me as actually just freeing up the time. But it's still quite interesting on being able to travel, finding inexpensive ways to do it, and, well, enjoy it because you actually have the time to do that. So, that's today's episode. Really simple. I know I'm reading from a book and giving a couple of opinions. It will get better than this, but please leave your comments in the comment section at adventuresofben.com. Also, keep in mind that if you have any suggestions for me to do things or any concepts that I should follow, anything at all, please just leave them in the comment section, and hopefully I can follow up on them. I'll talk to you next week.